Okay, kids, I'm actually filming from outside right now. I'm on my balcony, um, surrounded by some blankets and random stuff. I was letting get fresh air. I have plants above me on the railing and things like that. You can kind of see them. My succulents and parsley seeds and things like that that I have started. Um, I need my reading glasses on right now. I'm not reading. Um, I was reading. I actually revisited some stuff earlier. This is my favorite poetry book. John Lithgow, um, I guess, compiled all these different things, and it came with a CD. Here we go, Poet's Corner. And it has all these tracks, all the poems in the book, 50 different tracks, read by himself, read by Morgan Freeman, read by Robert Sean Leonard, who I love to pieces. I think Sam Waterston's on there as well. I've had that one for years and years, and I love it. But I've just been doing my best to stay level-headed. Like, I know a lot of people are dealing with what I'm dealing with. Like, I'm a non-essential employee. I'm dealing with all the growing pains that unemployment comes with. I don't know if your state's any better, but Massachusetts is, I don't know. I don't understand how we were this unprepared for something crazy like this to happen. See, I have everything sort of jerry-rigged. I have one of my comforters held up by one of my art binders. This is all, I'll show you quickly. This is one of my big sketch binders. It's completely full of things I drew for myself, things I hope to have tattooed one day, stuff like that. A big old 5-star. This I've had since high school. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if I can. Yeah. Of course, I have some company. I don't know if you guys can see Oliver through the glass there. Trying to catch a view. I don't mind him out here. I don't want him on the railing trying to like jump on the roof, because he is that cat. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm just very concerned. Like, what are we? Like, everything's just on pause. Like, I was listening to Bill Nye's been doing several different Corona issues. So one was like Corona and shopping, how to handle and sanitize things that have come back from the store, how to deal with yourself when you come back into the house, how to, like, you know, this, that, and the other, what you can, what you can't do. And sorry, bear with me. I had a thought. Oh yeah, so the economic piece of it is what he did, that I listened to most recently. There might be a new one already, but it was what we're going to do when things return to normal, because rent has been suspended, mortgage payments have been suspended, but what happens at the end of the suspension? Like, are we all supposed to be forking over these huge lump sums for everything we haven't paid? Is the government going to step in and pay? Which really, that's, Hail Mary pass, but like, if everything's suspended, what do we do at the end? Like, what happens to, obviously, like, landlords are, their income is obviously rent, and if they're incomeless, like, do what do they do? You know, like I can kind of see all the different sides of it. Like everything's on hold, but hold doesn't mean like all the bills are still coming. Like most of the bills anyway. I know I heard recently that Eversource might be delaying like when they're expecting payments, things like that. But um, like the same as like not knowing if you have coronavirus is scary. Not knowing what your government is doing and how you're gonna get like if you're gonna get a next payment, when you're getting your next payment, and everything like that is just as scary. Like and the emotional aspects of this can't be ignored. Like the other, I don't know if it was that same episode or not, but I think it was somebody was explaining how the levels of stress are incredibly unhealthy. Like you can see the stress patterns generationally, like through the next generation. And that's really shitty. Like I have a friend who just gave birth, and I can't imagine not only being pregnant, but literally like her due date, she went past her due date and then had her baby like day one on Saturday. Um, day one. Day one of WrestleMania. So I was thinking of this weekend. But it's a different thought. But anyway, so she had her baby in the middle of like the emergency rooms are bedlam, and like this is just, you know, the beginning of it from the projections of what I'm seeing on like where the peak's gonna go and how it's gonna get there and what we can do to change it. Like there's really, I as a non-essential employee, like I work at a formal fashion place, like nobody's gonna be needing an emergency tuxedo right now with all the proms, with all the weddings, with all the, you know, I know funerals have been delayed and like major life events that you would need special garments for. Like this just simply isn't a thing right now. So, um, it's rough. Like, I am a very social person. Like, I know I come off as a bitter potato to a lot of people, but I enjoy one-on-one in-person interactions. Like, we had one of my cousins, like, while meeting, sent out a big group chat, and I was like, I hate group chats to begin with, but it was about getting everyone on Zoom, and not to like shoot myself in the foot too bad here, like I do hope to talk to them again, but like I've never ever liked group texts. Like there's some cases where they're necessary, and then there's like every other time where you're just watching conversations happen between two people, and it's like, okay, I don't have a role in this conversation. I don't want to come to pick my phone up and have 72 missed text messages from a 16-person group chat. Like that's a literal nightmare. Um, in a first world way. I know. People have bigger problems than group chats, but like I've never tolerated them all before. Like I hate Happy Thanksgiving and Happy Christmas and Happy New Year's. It's like, who are you saying that for? It's the reason I left Facebook is like, who are you? There's no sincerity there, you know. And I know I'm posting this on YouTube. I know like there's a, you know, I'm gonna get whatever amount of backlash, but like the copy and paste text, the like live, laugh, love, whatever, like, or there are people that are out there posting like all their political opinions, especially now. I'm sure it's a disaster. Like, or especially in times like these. Like, I know I've been creating content more, but I'm 1,050% positive that people are out there being like, oh, I cleaned under my sink today, or oh, I vacuumed today. And it's like, I know you're bored. I'm bored too. Like, get a journal. um, and that's the reason. It's like, okay, well, I can't control them. I can only control myself. I can't deal with that intake because it makes me furious with rage. It's like nonstop comment section of YouTube, or like, I don't know. I'm sure everybody has their own version of this, but it's just so awful. I don't like Facebook, except for the fact that it's the one platform that a lot of people have. Like, people who don't have Instagram or Snap do Facebook, and that's the only thing. It's like, you can't, just have to be like, catch you on the flip side, or text me, or call me, or whatever. But that's the thing. Like, I value one-on-one or small groups or things like that. It's not that I don't like crowds. I'm not like claustrophobic in a crowd. It's just that I don't want to video chat with 17 people. Like, I don't like even cookouts to that extent, where it's like, okay, or if anybody's had, occasions where they go to like this big Italian restaurant or big wherever your family goes and you rent a room, you're like, okay, let's like all get together. And by the end of it, you have the people who are across from you, people to the left of you, everybody runs around and snaps selfies to like pretend that they talked to you. But you don't have that, like, hey, how are you? Or like, whatever. And it's different. There are, of course, some exceptions where, like, okay, someone just had a new baby. Obviously, the baby's going to get a lot of love. But there's still, I think there's just so much of this world that lacks sincerity, and it drives me up a wall. Um, I don't know. I don't know what good it's gonna do trying to address it on YouTube, but it's infuriating. I feel like with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, like, I am very lucky. I do have people who love me. I can think of, let's say, 15 people, so I was gonna say a large handful, but nobody has 15 fingers. You know what I mean? A fairly large, like, group of some very close family and some very close people who do reach out, who do send the, like, thinking of you, and do say, like, especially when I was sick, like, not knowing what I was dealing with. It's just, this social distancing, I think, is testing everyone. It's testing a lot of relationships, familial, friends, obviously jobs. I'm sure some managers are just like, I know for a fact I'm very fortunate, but like, I know a lot of people who are had to go tooth and nail to be like, no, like, I'm taking care of a sick relative, or no, like, I myself am sick, and the rules are like, watch television. My neighbor's dog, my friend over there, is a baby female Doberman, and yeah. So anyway, it's we're just all in this stupid, crazy, directionless journey together. And I don't know, man. I have, like I said in my previous video, trying to make the best of it in a lot of various ways. I brought my stuff out here. I brought my mic and my mouse and my better webcam. Logitech friend. So yeah, I'm just gonna run the battery out on my laptop. I brought my phone out here, but I have books for once my laptop runs out. Been trying to take intermittent breaks from screens. I started out stretching this morning, and I'm trying so badly to just mix it up. I'm trying to keep my brain busy and keep that creativity going because it's so necessary right now. I saw somebody post today that like if you don't come out of like social distancing with either a new hobby, a new skill, a new this, new that, and the point of it is that if you get to that point, you can't claim to have ever lacked time to do something. You can only claim lacking discipline. And I was like, ooh, that's hit hard. So that's all I have for right now. I really do sincerely hope everyone watching this is doing well. I'm gonna hop over to Steam, Streamlabs, OBS, and then to my Twitch. But I might be on Steam later if whatever. I get crisscrossed Steam and Discord and streaming on everything, and Twitch and Twitter and Skype and Zoom and just every program imaginable is on my computer right now. So, alright, I will talk to you guys soon.